I guess when I think of hip hop, I'm speaking on like the five elements. I don't know if that's
Mm,
official or not. If
right, right.
everybody agree on it, but cats ain't break dancing no more.
No,
DJ not really a factor. You
yeah,
got the producer for sure, but you don't have the cats still doing graffiti and
Right.
just the
well,
element of old school hip hop.
I I would say this though. I would say this. So I feel like Versus is bringing back the DJ.
Mm,
Versus is bringing back the DJ, right? Because that we had a discussion about this on the podcast about how important the Locks and Dipset Versus was. You know, the DJ is really the one that made that Versus pop
true.
because he was on it,
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely.
And
You saw the connection between the Locks and their DJ. You saw that connection.
right,
It was really unique. But my bad. Go ahead, man.
right. No, you good. So I mean, so as far as graffiti goes, ain't nobody really outside like that no more.
Mm,
So they ain't outside, out there in the mix doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like graffiti is, but at the same time, you know, I think we're in the digital era now, so everything is on the internet. Maybe there's maybe in some dark part of the web, or maybe on in some other uh, part of the internet, there is an appreciation for maybe some type of other art. You got NFTs now,
mm.
right? Maybe that could be a part of. Maybe that could be their version of graffiti now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Could be.
I don't know, but because we're in the digital era and nobody's outside no more. Like, listen, they ain't even no real people don't even sell crack outside anymore. You know what I mean? Like, like they, you know what I'm saying? Like they selling it on the internet. You know what I mean? Or they selling whatever. You know what I mean? Like they ain't out on the corner selling drugs anymore. So, but I think that you got breakdancing, you got graffiti. Um, as far as dancing goes, I mean, they, they got their own thing. You got TikTok now. I don't, it's just a digital platform now. So it's very different. The world is different. I think that if we can, to tie this all together, I think that if we can somehow bring the digital era of everything back to the five elements of hip hop, I think we can bring the young people in and really teach them what hip hop really is. Give them a place. Bring all that stuff that they like. Cause that, like I said, TikTok could be a b-boy platform.
It could be. It could be. But I do going back to what you said earlier, man. I think also like with a lot of people not knowing their history or knowing, a lot of the roots that's tied in with all this stuff. Um, that's I think where it was able to shift a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's playing out to what a lot of stuff that we're seeing today. But yeah, we need those classic elements that help to launch hip hop to what it is today, to where it's a culture around the world, and it's like it has resonated with all these other cultures all across the world, all these other countries. That's how powerful hip hop it is and has become. So, but the most important thing is that you never forget about your roots. You never forget
But
where you come
see,
from.
here's the issue though. Here's the issue. Because there's such a division that's been caused
Mm-hmm.
by the powers that be, whoever controls the internets and the blogs and all of this stuff, or whoever created the whole generation Y, Z, Alpha, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all divisions. Those are all. So when you say like this generation doesn't like this generation because of this, and we got the better hip hop and we got that because it's that,
Mm-hmm.
people like us don't have an opportunity to teach them what the five elements of hip hop even are. the powers that be don't care about the 5 elements of hip hop. They care about the 5 elements of a dollar.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So they not really trying to incorporate what we built because they're too busy trying to destroy it. True. So, you know, the young people making money on top of money on top of money on top of money, you know, and our OGs, some of them are crackheads, some of them are broke.
Yeah.
Some of them are, you understand what I'm saying? So if I'm a young boy who get money and you a broke crackhead,
mm-hmm. Why
am I listening to you?
True.
Forget the 5 elements. I'm getting this bread. I'm trying to feed my family. And this is just the real thing that's happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it takes the people who are like KRS-One is worth $10 million. I don't know.
That's dope, man.
See, stuff like bread
and stuff like that. Like KRS-One would be definitely like he's one of those forefathers and an important element of hip hop as well. But what's not being seen, just like you said, he's worth $10 million. A lot of people aren't noticing that. They don't know that. A lot of people are not doing their homework to try to even find out, like, you know, well, what is he doing right now? I'm like, this. I think another thing was also important is where, like, you know, the stories that we don't hear in hip hop about what some of these, especially some of these legends are doing now, what the impact they had in the culture and what they're doing now, and just showing the growth of just being a human being and what they've done and what success they have achieved. You know, like, I mean, RZA's in movies and doing scores. He's doing movie scores. This man is doing television and movie scores. He was the legendary hip hop producer of Wu-Tang, doing movie scores, and he's up there with Hans Zimmer and John Williams. Same thing with Pharrell. Pharrell definitely worked with Hans Zimmer. And for the Despicable Me projects, but that's to being able to see where they've gone and how they've transcended all this other stuff. I mean, the verses that we watch started with Timberland and Swiss Beats.
Mm-hmm.
They're just things like that. Just the moves that's being made outside of just actual hip hop, just to see how, you know, how intelligent these individuals are and how truly talented they are, and the growth that they've done throughout their career and how they're taking it to another level.